Hello everyone, my name is Justice and I'm your English trainer. Once again, we are diving in a session over active and passive voice. In this session, we will be talking about how we are going to convert uh, active voice into passive voice under this tense, which is past perfect tense. So, when we are talking about past perfect tense, we must know it falls with the auxiliary verb that is had, helping verb, had been and had, and then it will be converted into had been. So when we are talking about past perfect tense, it does have auxiliary verb had in active voice, but it is converted into had been. Like um, in present perfect, we had done the helping verb for those tenses used to be has or have, but in passive voice, it used to be has been or have been. Right. So the concept is very simple. As I told you that in passive voice, what is the thing which is important that should be kept in mind, that we must know the format, that it always begins with an object which is converted into subject, and then B form is very necessary. Uh, Form of B will be decided from the point of the tense we are having, right? So whatever the tense we are having, accordingly, the form of B will be changed. So we are having have as a root word here. So had is the second form of have, right? And we also know that always in perfect tense, either this is present, past, or future, we do use the root verb that is have in any form. Either it is in the form of has, or it is in the form of had, or it is written with will or shall have, will have, right? Even you go in models. Even in models, we frame our sentences. We can call it perfect models, or we can call it the models in perfect tense. For example, should have, may have, could have, right? These we have studied when we were exploring models together. So when we are talking about this, we must know like B will be converted according to the tense. So here we are having perfect tense, and perfect, we know that always third form is being used. So third form of be will be used in perfect when we are framing passive voice. So third form of the be will be used, and we also know that we need to settle down with the auxiliary verb, the helping verb. So there will be um, auxiliary verb that is had, and there will be the form of be that will come in past participle, that is third form. So this will become had been altogether, right? So we have seen, like in this example, Ashok had written a letter, and the passive form would be a letter had been written by Ashok, right? What is the simple format? Simple format is this: object plus had been plus we third plus by plus subject, right? So in past perfect tense, we must know whenever we are converting, object will come in the beginning, and then we will be going with this had and then been because always in perfect third form is being used. So to settle down with this helping verb had, we must come with the third form of be. That is important. So had been, and this is we third. This third form is used because of passive. We know that in passive, additionally we are using we third. We know that be the form of be is changed on the basis of tense, but this we third always comes in passive voice, and then by, then subject. Okay, so object plus had been plus we third plus by plus subject. This thing must be understood well because we have already completed present perfect tense. So as you used to do with has or have, has been or have been, here you will do had been with another example. Children had eaten all the cakes. So all the cakes had been eaten by children. What if the case is negative? Simple. For example, Ashok had not written a letter. So it will be a letter had not been written by Ashok. What if the case is interrogative? So in the case of interrogative, we will be doing like this. Active form. Had Ashok written a letter? Question mark. It will be converted as had a letter been. Remember, had will come in the beginning, and after this object that is converted into subject, considered as subject, we will be using been. Had object plus been, and then verb third written by Ashok. Or if this is interrogative plus negative, for example, had Ashok not written a letter, or hadn't Ashok written a letter. So passive form will be had a letter not been written by Ashok, or in short form, hadn't a letter been written by Ashok. So same will be applied with the interrogative with question words, or we can call open-ended questions. Why had Ashok written a letter? It will be converted as why had a letter been written by Ashok? And if we are making it negative, why had Ashok not written a letter? Or why hadn't Ashok written a letter? It will be converted as why had a letter not been written by Ashok? Or why hadn't a letter been written by Ashok? Okay, better you do practice, then you'll understand. You had better practice with these sentences under past perfect tense. So I'll be speaking a sentence that will be affirmative and you'll be converting all six forms under this. So my sentence is you had completed your task. You had completed your task. You need to frame six passive voice out of this one. So you will consider active voices like you had completed your task. You had not completed your task. Had you completed your task? Had you not completed your task? Why had you completed your task? Why had you not completed your task? So if you are able to write your response correctly, then there is a good probability that you have understood the concept well. So do for this all six passive voice. You had completed your task. You had not completed your task. Had you completed your task? Had you not completed your task? Why had you completed your task? Why had you not completed your task? I'm waiting for your responses. Okay. So Deepa ji has written her response. Those who are unable to frame a passive voice out of these sentences, kindly let me know so I can make you understand better way. So I'm reading the response sent by Deepa ji. She's writing, your task had been completed by you. Second, your task hadn't been completed by you. Third, had your task been completed by you? Fourth, hadn't your task been completed by you? Fifth, why had your task been completed by you? Sixth, why hadn't your task been completed by you? Yes, well done, Deepaji. So, uh, the response from Atulji has also arrived. That is, your task had been completed by you. Your task had not been completed by you. Had your task been completed by you, or had your task been completed? Okay, you are eliminating you. Okay. Had your task not been completed or completed by you, why had your task been completed or completed by you? Why had your task not been completed or completed by you? Well done. Anamika ji also has shared her response. Yes, that is similar. That's correct, Anamika ji. Last wrong. Why had you? No. Yes, last one is wrong. Why had your task not been completed by you? Yes, that's correct. Sir, I missed the class from starting. Okay, Sangam, you can watch the recording or you can stay, you will understand the concept because nothing is difficult here. We had already covered present perfect tense. So you can just see the structure. In place of has been or have been, we are using had been here. Mayank ji has done it. Yes. Mayank ji, have you copied and pasted from Atul ji's answer? It's okay. So listen to me. Um, when we are converting these sentences into passive voice, we must look at the active form. So here, simple thing like the sentence was given that was you had completed your task. So simply means that the tense is in past perfect tense because had is used. So whenever we see had, we will convert had into had been, and I already told you the concept. The concept is very simple that after had, third form is used. So form of be will be changed accordingly. So had been. And then third form because always third form is used in passive. So this change has been done because of tense. Been has been added with had because of tense that always comes with third form. So been. So a letter like your task had been completed by you. That will be correct. And second, you had not completed your task. That will be your task had not been completed by you. Third, had you completed your task? Had your task been completed by you? And fourth, had you not completed your task? That will be had your task not been completed by you. Fifth, why had you completed your task? Then why had your task been completed by you? Sixth, why had you not completed your task? Then it will be why had your task not been completed by you? Got it? So in this way, we'll be converting these sentences into passive voice from active to passive. So you will be doing another one. Let me know Why had she talked with him? Convert it in passive voice. Why had she talked with him? It is an interrogative sentence, close-ended question. Why had she talked with him? Why had she talked with him? The sentence was, why had she talked talked with him? I'm reading the responses shared by Ananka ji, Deepa ji, and Atul ji. So the sentence uh, Atul ji has done. Why had he been talked with by her? Ananka ji has also done the same. Why had he been talked with? No, you have done a little mistake. That is, with you did not add by. After with you must add by. Deepa ji has done same. Why had he been talked with by her? And at the end you will be adding question mark. Yes, Ananka ji, by. So why had he been talked with by her? That's correct. Okay. Next, you hadn't completed your project. You hadn't completed your project. Convert this to passive voice. Yes. Your project hadn't been completed by you. That's correct. There is no need to add question mark. Another. Or your project had not been completed by you. You can add. You're eliminating by you. Yes, it can be done on the basis of sense. You're saying to the person in front of you. Okay. The one which Atulji is writing, that can be correct because passive voice is all about making object primary. So in the sense, in the language when you're talking about, like I'm talking to Atulji and I had given him a project earlier. And if he hadn't completed, then I would say your project hadn't been completed, right? So that is the case. That's why we do not, we can eliminate by you. in that case. But like there are the people who are sitting, and there I'm talking with Atulji. Like you are all here, and Atulji particularly hadn't completed the project, then I would say your project hadn't been completed by you. Or in the case, if I want to emphasize, Atulji's project had been completed by someone else, then in that time I would also say your project hadn't been completed by you. So are you getting my point? So whenever we are emphasizing the doer, then we add by, and after that, whatever the subject is there, that must be converted into object, and then that will be added. Okay, so generally we are adding by you, and on the basis of sense, we can eliminate that as well. Like I told you in the case, in some cases, always it is eliminated, like everyone, no one, nobody, sometimes they also. But yes, as I also told you once, in the case of everyone, if you want to emphasize that thing, then you can add that in language. So in language, there is a bit flexibility of using by and then any object that is coming in. So that will be converted into subject and written by, sorry, any subject that will be converted into object in passive form and written just after by. Okay, so things are clear till here. Let me know, rate your understanding, how much have you understood? Everyone is requested to write. संगम जी को समझ में नहीं आया, एक बार और देख लेते हैं संगम जी आराम से। नो प्रॉब्लम अतुल जी, बात कर ले, दोबारा कर लेते हैं यहाँ पे। एक बार देख लेते हैं पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस कैसे करेंगे। पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस बिल्कुल प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस की तरह ही सिमिलर है, बट एक ही डिफरेंस है, वो है ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब यानी हेल्पिंग वर्ब का। वहां पर हैज और हैव आता था, यहाँ पर हैड आया है बस। जैसे आपने प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस में किया था, अगर वो आपको समझ में आ गया था, तो ये भी आपको समझ में आना चाहिए। जहां पर हैज बीन और हैव बीन करते थे पैसिव वॉइस में, वैसे ही यहाँ पर हैड बीन करना है और कुछ नहीं करना है। सिंपल सा कॉन्सेप्ट है, एक्टिव वॉइस आपका सब्जेक्ट प्लस हैड प्लस वर्ब थर्ड प्लस ऑब्जेक्ट दे रखा होगा, तो आपको ऑब्जेक्ट को आगे लगा देना है सब्जेक्ट बना करके, और ऑब्जेक्ट के जस्ट बाद आपको हैड बीन लगाना है हैड की जगह, और फिर उसके बाद वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म लगानी है, उसके बाद बाई लगाना है, उसके बाद सब्जेक्ट लगाना है। जैसे एग्जाम्पल में बोलता हूं, यू हैड मेड दिस, यू हैड मेड दिस, तो यहां पर ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है सबसे पहले आ जाएगा, बताएंगे, लिखेंगे कमेंट सेक्शन में व्हाट इज ऑब्जेक्ट हियर, यहां पर ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है, संगम जी स्पेशली, यहां पर ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है। यस, अनामिका जी इज राइटिंग दिस, यू हैड मेड दिस, आप इसे बना चुके थे, आप इसे बना चुके थे, यू हैड मेड दिस, तो यहां पर ऑब्जेक्ट है दिस, तो दिस आ जाएगा आपका आगे, और दिस का कोई कन्वर्जन होता नहीं है, तो दिस का दिस ही रहेगा, और यहां पर आपका हैड बीन लग जाना है, तो दिस हैड बीन। अब मेड थर्ड फॉर्म ऑलरेडी है, तो हमें कोई उसमें मशक्कत करने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो थर्ड फॉर्म ऑलरेडी था तो वहां पे मेड लगा दिया। दिस हैड बीन मेड बाई, अब क्या था, यू था, तो यू का जो ऑब्जेक्टिव केस होता है वो यू ही होता है, तो दिस हैड बीन मेड बाई यू। ऐसे अगर नेगेटिव में करना चाहें तो क्या करेंगे, जैसे हमने बोला शी हैड टेकन टी, तो यहां पर ऑब्जेक्ट हमारा क्या है, टी, तो टी आ जाएगा। और हैड नॉट था, तो क्या हो जाना चाहिए पैसिव वॉइस में, हैड नॉट बीन हो जाना चाहिए। शी हैड नॉट टेकन टी, हैड नॉट बीन हो जाएगा। बना लेंगे पैसिव वॉइस, तो यहां पर हो जाएगा यस, शी हैड नॉट टेकन टी था, तो यहां पर होना है शी का हर हो जाएगा, है ना, अनंत। शी हैड नॉट टेकन टी, दैट विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू पैसिव वॉइस। क्या होगा यहाँ पर, हैड नॉट बीन आएगा, बस बस ये चेंज होना है। संगम जी लिखेंगे आंसर, शी हैड नॉट टेकन टी, टी पहले आ गया, है ना। हैड बीन की जगह क्या करना है, हैड नॉट बीन या हैडंट बीन कर सकते हैं, और टेकन ऑलरेडी आपका थर्ड फॉर्म है, ठीक है। और शी को कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे आप ऑब्जेक्टिव केस में। ऑब्जेक्टिव केस क्या होता है सी का, शी का ऑब्जेक्टिव केस होता है हर, यस, टी हैडंट बीन टेकन बाय हर, दैट्स करेक्ट, नाइस। अब हम ऐसी इंट्रोगेटिव पे आएंगे तो क्या होगा, पहले आप लगाएंगे हैड, है ना, जो आपका उसमें एक्टिव होगा पैसे में वही होगा। जैसे एग्जांपल के लिए, हैड राहुल फ्लोन द काइट, हैड राहुल फ्लोन द काइट, इसका बताएंगे जल्दी से। तो यहां पर क्या होगा, हैड आगे आएगा और ऑब्जेक्ट के जस्ट बाद बीन लगना है, ये बात याद रखना। तो हैड राहुल फ्लोन द काइट, ये स्मॉल लेटर है, यस, दैट विल बी स्मॉल। Had kite been flown by Rahul? Yes. Had kite been. Had Rahul flown the kite बोला था, अच्छा तो द लग जाएगा। Had the kite been flown by Rahul? Had the kite been flown by Rahul? हम्म, क्यों, क्योंकि यहाँ पर had जो है इसलिए आगे है, जो इंट्रोगेटिव था तो इंट्रोगेटिव हेड आगे लगा देंगे बस, हमें ऐड कर देना है बीन। अब ऐसे ही इंट्रोगेटिव प्लस नेगेटिव भी कर सकते हैं। जैसे एग्जांपल के लिए, had your brother brushed his teeth, क्या आपका भाई अपने दांतों को साफ कर चुका था, ब्रश कर चुका था। had your brother, sorry, had your brother not brushed your teeth, brushed his teeth, sorry, नेगेटिव करेंगे, had your brother not brushed his teeth, his teeth, had your brother not brushed his teeth, यहां पर ऑब्जेक्ट है आपका his teeth, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग लगाएंगे। और नेगेटिव है तो याद रखेंगे, नॉट बीन अगर लगा रहे हैं तो वो आपका ऑब्जेक्ट के बाद आएगा, और अगर हैडेंट कर रहे हैं तो वो सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट से पहले ले सकते हैं। हैड योर ब्रदर नॉट ब्रश्ड हिज टीथ, हैड योर ब्रदर नॉट ब्रश्ड हिज टीथ, read fast everyone, had your brother not brushed his teeth, his teeth यहाँ पर क्या है, ऑब्जेक्ट है, ठीक है, his teeth पूरा आपका ऑब्जेक्ट हो जाएगा। yes, had your brother not brushed his teeth था। नो, अनंता जी व्हाट आर यू डूइंग, ये वाला कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है क्या इसमें आप लोगों को। आई कांट अंडरस्टैंड दिस। हैड योर ब्रदर नॉट ब्रश्ड हिज टीथ, है ना। हैड योर ब्रदर, देखेंगे ध्यान से, हैड योर ब्रदर नॉट ब्रश्ड हिज टीथ, है ना। ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है, पहले ऑब्जेक्ट बताएंगे सभी लोग। यहाँ पर ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है, जल्दी से बताएंगे। ऑब्जेक्ट, ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है यहाँ पर, जल्दी से बताइए। हिज टीथ है, तो सिंपल से हिज टीथ के साथ क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे। पहले तो हेड आ जाएगा, उसके बाद ऑब्जेक्ट आता है, फिर नॉट बीन आएगा, फिर थर्ड फॉर्म, और बाई। बाई कौन है, योर ब्रदर है, तो वो लग जाएगा। हिज टीथ पूरा है ऑब्जेक्ट। अपने दांत, आपका भाई अपने दांत नहीं, नहीं, क्या नहीं धो चुका था। तो यस, दीपा जी कर पा रही हैं। हैडंट हिज टीथ बीन ब्रश्ड बाय योर ब्रदर, हैडंट भी लगा सकते हैं, या फिर अगला बताएंगे, जल्दी से बताएंगे। हैड नॉट बीन का अगर यूज करेंगे तो कैसे होगा। हैड के बाद ऑब्जेक्ट, उसके बाद नॉट बीन आता है, फिर वर्ब थर्ड आता है, फिर बाई आता है, फिर जो आपका सब्जेक्ट है उसको ऑब्जेक्ट बना देते हैं, सब्जेक्ट आता है। जल्दी से करेंगे, बताइए जल्दी। दीपा जी का करेक्ट है केवल अभी। आपकी मीटिंग ऑफ होने वाली है, ठीक है, बताया था उसमें। हैड हिज टीथ नॉट बीन ब्रश्ड बाय योर ब्रदर, ये हो जाएगा। ठीक है, दूसरी लिंक से ज्वाइन कर लीजिए। यस, हैड हिज टीथ नॉट बीन ब्रश्ड बाय योर ब्रदर, दैट्स करेक्ट। ठीक है, आ जाइएगा दूसरे लिंक से।